today's video is all about a curiosity behind the baking ingredients. I am going to differentiate the following ingredients like the types of flour, the sugar, and the baking soda and the baking powder. And lastly, the margarine and the butter. Differentiate the texture, appearance, and the taste of the ingredients. So let's begin. So first is the all-purpose flour. All-purpose flour is more implies it really for the all-purpose. It can be used for baking a cake, baking bread, and even cooking biscuits. Texture. Talking about texture, all-purpose flour is not as finely grounded as a cake flour. The appearance of this flour is often bleached to give it a clean and white appearance and enriched to include nutrients that are lost due to the removal of the germ and the bran. The taste of this is high fiber. Second is the cake flour. This flour is a type of flour that obviously meant for the baking cakes as well as pastries. It is usually ingredient for such as recipes because it helps make cakes and pastries softer and gives the ideal texture. Cake flour is a flour that is very finely milled from the soft winter wet. So the taste of this cake flour will give you a lighter, more tender cake than all-purpose flour. So third is the pastry flour. Pastry flour is produced from soft wet and has fine texture and is high starch content. Pastry flour is finely ground, but it is not fine as a cake flour. So look at appearance. Soft wet flour is light golden color and is often called as white wet. It has more starch and less gluten than hard wet. It is good choice for cakes, pastries, desserts, and sauces. So the taste of this pastry flour is nutty flavor. It is firmer texture. I have here the sugar, the white sugar and the brown sugar. Since I don't have a confectioner sugar, I just use a brown sugar. So I'm going to differentiate the brown sugar and the granulated sugar. The granulated sugar is most refined form of sugar, regardless of the size of sugar crystal. The difference between regular white fruit sugar is super fine. Brown sugar is a sugar that either had not all of the molasses removed, or it has had it removed to return back into the sugar. So next is the baking powder and the baking soda. So the taste of this baking powder have a neutral taste, while this baking soda has a strange, almost salty flavor. It's mostly better, but it also has a saline essence. The appearance of this baking powder is white, solid that typically has three components, including an acid, a base, and a filler. While this baking soda is a white crystal. The texture of this when baking soda is mixed with an acid and a liquid, it all creates bubbles of carbon dioxide that gives it fluffy texture. While the texture of this baking powder is airy texture and a light crumb. So next is I'm going to differentiate the butter and the margarine. This margarine is made from vegetable oils. It contains unsaturated fats that serve as good fats in the body. While this butter is made from the heavy cream, it contains higher level of saturated fat, which can lead to several risks. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Get and